Hi everyone, welcome to Daily News Analysis. Today is 18th May and let's look at some of the important news that may be relevant for your competitive examinations, for general awareness, for current affairs. The first news, like always, is from the legal field, that is from Supreme Court, which is saying that Lieutenant Governor can destabilize the Municipal Corporation of Delhi if it is given the power to appoint aldermen. So, of course, any appointment made by the Lieutenant Governor should be after consultation with the cabinet. But if it is at the discretion of the LG, then he might use a discretion that might destabilize the MCD in general. So the Supreme Court has said that holding the power to nominate aldermen to the Municipal Corporation of Delhi may arm the Lieutenant Governor with muscle to destabilize a democratically elected body. A three-judge bench headed by Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud reserved a petition filed by the ruling Army Party challenging notification that gave the LG authority to use his own discretion to appoint 10 aldermen to the MCD without the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers. So all the appointments should be with aid and advice of the Council of Ministers in a democratically elected government. However, here a notification was issued where he can appoint 10 members without the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers. So a senior advocate, A.M. Singhvi, appearing for the petitioner, said such notification went against the practice of the past 30 years. So what has changed now? Why sudden change? The practice followed was that the LG never appointed aldermen without the aid and advice of the ministers. Supreme Court has given time to Securities Exchange Board of India to investigate into the Hindenburg charges. As you remember, the Adani Group was in deep trouble because of the Hindenburg report. So the SEBI has been given time till 14th August to investigate into this matter. Supreme Court has also declined to stay the High Court order regarding the Jaipur serial blast case. Here, the court declined is to stay a Rajasthan High Court decision to acquit four men who were sentenced to death in the 2008 Jaipur serial blast case. Gautam Gambhir there is a defamation suit by Gautam Gambhir, and High Court has summoned the newspapers and the reporters who are behind this. So the Delhi High Court has issued summons to a Hindi Daily and its reporters on a plea by BJP Member of Parliament Gautam Gambhir, who is also a cricketer, seeking directions to the media house to withdraw certain articles that were published allegedly with malicious, libellous statements against Gautam Gambhir. According to Mr. Gambhir, a petition, the defiant organization has been publishing false and defamatory articles with a view to damage the reputation of the plaintiff from May 16 onwards. So there have been series of articles against Gautam Gambhir, putting him in bad light. National Human Rights Commission has issued notice over exploitation of 13 girls in UP school. This was in news some time back that 13 girls, there was an incident where 13 students were allegedly sexually exploited by a computer instructor at a government school in Shah Jahanpur. So NHRC has issued notice against the same. There's this editorial in the Hindu where it's talking about the two judgments and the principle of accountability. The two judgments here that are being talked about are the two major judgments that happened this week. One regarding that who will control the civil servants in Delhi. Is it the elected government, that is the state government or Aam Aadmi Party government, or is it the central government, because that is through Lieutenant Governor. So the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the state government in the sense that it is the Aam Aadmi Party, it is the ruling, it is the legislature essentially, the state legislature that will be controlling the civil servants and not the Lieutenant Governor, not the central government. So that was one judgment. Another judgment it is talking about is regarding the what happened in Maharashtra, who will be the chief minister of Maharashtra. So the other issue was regarding the 10th schedule, anti-defection, and this issue was regarding the who will control the civil servant. So this article goes in detail about how the first judgment is okay. The first judgment, both the judgments were given by the Chief Justice of India. So the author agrees with the reasoning of first judgment regarding the power of controlling civil servants with the Delhi government. However, the author says that factually there is a contradiction in the two judgments where the 10th schedule, uh, wherever there is an issue of 10th schedule, there is a fundamental contradiction between the two judgments, and there is need to relook the second judgment. A.K. Singh will be the News Services Secretary of Delhi. So, Senior IS Officer A.K. Singh has been appointed the News Services Secretary, and he will be replacing Ashish Moore. SP Hinduja, chairman of the Hinduja Group, passed away at the age of 87 in London. He was the eldest of the four Hinduja brothers and chairman of the Hinduja Group. He died in London on Wednesday. He was unwell for some time. Hypertension to be tackled at primary health centers. So the Union Health Ministry has launched an initiative where on the World Hypertension Day to screen and place 75 million people with hypertension and diabetes under the standard care by 2025. Kerala government has approved an ordinance amending the Hospital Protection Act. So, according to this amendment, if there is any person involved in destruction of the property of the hospital or any such kind, so there is provision against that. So, they approved an ordinance amending the Kerala Healthcare Services Persons and Healthcare Prevention of Violence and Damage to Property Act 2012 by including stringent penal provisions against the perpetrators of violence against the hospital and by expanding the scope of the definition of healthcare workers. Zafaryab Zilani, who was the advocate in the Babri Masjid case, he is no more. So, Zafaryab Zilani, the often heard Muslim voice in the Babri Masjid Ram Janmabhoomi dispute, has fallen silent. Mr. Jilani breathed his last at 11:50 a.m. on Wednesday. He was 73 years of age. The government has approved fertilizer subsidy for the Kharif season, 1.8 lakh crore rupees for Kharif. So, cabinet has given approval for fertilizer subsidy of 1.8 lakh crore. There's this news about that the temperature is going to be hotter in the next 5 years. Key climate threshold is likely to be breached in the 5 years as per the United Nations. So it is certain that 2023 to 2027 will be the warmest 5 year period ever recorded. So this was warned by the United Nations as greenhouse gases and El Nino combine to send temperatures soaring. Australia has cancelled Quad meeting in Sydney after US presidents pulled out. So Australian President Anthony Albanese has ruled out a Quad summit taking place in Sydney because Joe Biden was not attending it. He said that the four leaders will talk at the group of seven meetings this weekend in Japan. So G7 meeting is happening in Tokyo. United Nations has welcomed a new deal to export Ukraine grain. So, the UN General Secretary Antonio Guterres he has welcomed the Turkish brokered agreement to extend the pact to allow shipments of grain from Ukraine to the global market for another 2 months. 2611 accused Rana can be extradited back to India, says the US court. So he's an imprisoned Pakistani origin Canadian businessman, Tahavur Rana, who is sought for his involvement in the 2008 Mumbai terror attack. He can be extradited to India, a US court in California has ruled. That's all for right now. Thank you so much. See you in the next session with more set of news. Till then, have a good day. Goodbye.